Okay, welcome to our lecture on atoms. So atoms are the building blocks of everything. Everything in the world is made of atoms. So that periodic table that you have makes up all life. So how small is an atom? You might be wondering. So I'm going to show you a video really quickly. So just to recap, if you took one atom and made it as big as a football stadium, the nucleus of that atom is the size of a marble, and the electrons that are floating around that are insanely small. So most of an atom is empty space, which means all matter is basically made of empty space. So we really are learning about nothing. I'm teaching you about emptiness. We do need to know the parts of the atom, and inside the nucleus you have protons, which are positively charged, neutrons, which do not have a charge, they are neutral, which is why they're called neutrons, and floating around in the cloud are electrons that are negatively charged. So let's look a little bit more at protons. Again, they have a positive charge. We're going to give them a mass of 1 atomic mass unit. I'm not going to worry a whole lot about this. There's some fancy research that went into defining an atomic mass unit, but you just need to know a proton weighs 1 unit. It is located in the nucleus. Here's what's most important. Every atom has a specific number of protons. This is called the atomic number, and it cannot change. So atoms are pure substances, and their fixed composition is the number of protons. If you put more protons in this lithium atom, it becomes beryllium. If you put fewer protons in there, it becomes, I'm probably wrong. If you put more atoms in there, it becomes, yeah, beryllium. If you take an atom or a proton away, it becomes helium. So you can't change this atomic number. It's the most important thing on the periodic table. Neutrons, no charge, which is neutral. Whoops. They also weigh 1. They are also in the nucleus. They are simply there to make the atom heavy. The reason you have these neutral charges is because positive charges repel each other. So you need to put some neutral charges in between these positive charges, or else the positive protons would bounce away, just like the same end of a magnet reflects each other. Neutrons simply do neutralize that charge in there, and they also make the atom heavy. You can change the number of neutrons in an atom. So boron has 5 protons. These 5 protons each weigh 1. Sometimes boron has 5 neutrons. Sometimes boron has 6 neutrons. That doesn't change anything about the atom. It is still boron because the most important part is protons, and those don't change. This is just a heavier version. This is me after Christmas holidays, and this was me before the Christmas holidays. Same person, but I got a little bit heavier. So let's look again at the atom. Around the nucleus, you have electrons. They are negatively charged. In a neutral atom, the positive protons equal the negative electrons, which gives you an overall charge of 0. We are going to change the charge of these atoms as we learn more, but right now we're talking about neutral atoms where protons equal electrons. Electrons are insanely tiny. It takes almost 2,000 electrons to equal the mass of 1 proton. Because of that, we basically say electrons weigh nothing, and they are located in that electron cloud. It is the electrons that do reactions. Electrons are the ones flying around. If they bounce over to another atom, they're going to bond with it. Sometimes they get shared, and that's what makes bonds. And we will talk about that in our next unit. So again, here's the structure of an atom. You have protons and neutrons in the middle. Protons are positive, neutrons are neutral. They buffer that charge. Negative electrons flying around the outside, mostly empty space. So let's look again at the atomic number. Again, the atomic number is the number of protons in an element. It doesn't change. It is what identifies that element on the periodic table. Super important. So for example, if you have an element with 6 protons, that means its atomic number of 6 is 6. Find 6 on the periodic table, and you will see that it is carbon. So pause the video here, see if you can find the elements with these atomic numbers. Tell me which element have these number of protons, then tell me the atomic number of those guys. And when you check your answer, hopefully you got this right. You are on the right track. Okay, one last thing, atomic number versus mass number. Mass number is the number of protons plus neutrons in one atom. So mass number is not on the periodic table because we're going to talk about one atom at a time. Protons weigh 1, neutrons weigh 1. So the mass number is always a whole number. But like we saw in that other slide, you can change the number of neutrons. So one type of carbon might have 6 neutrons. Another carbon might have 7 neutrons. Another carbon might have 8 neutrons. So it's still carbon because protons stay the same, but a different number of neutrons gives it a different mass number. So the atomic mass is on the periodic table. Atomic mass takes all the versions of these atoms, adds them up, divides by the number of atoms there, just like you're finding your average in a class. We're going to add up all the versions of an atom, divide by the total number of atoms, and we get what is called an atomic mass. So atomic mass is an average. It is always a decimal, just like your average in my class might be 95.6. When you take an average, you usually end up with a decimal number. So mass numbers, you're adding protons and neutrons. Atomic mass, you're averaging all those versions of the atom and finding that average atomic mass. So again, we look at this picture. This boron has an atomic or a mass number of 10. This boron has a mass number of 11. If I want to find the average atomic mass of boron, I add up all of the borons that weigh 10, add up all of the borons that weigh 11, divide by how many atoms I have, and I get an average mass. So the average mass of all the borons is on the periodic table. It is called atomic mass. This is atomic number. So if the name starts with atomic mass or atomic number it is fancy enough to be on the periodic table. Those versions of an atom are called isotopes. So same number of protons, different neutrons. Mass number is about one element or one atom of that element. So there can be several different atomic masses. And for the most part, those versions weigh the same. So carbon has 6 protons. If it has 6 neutrons, it is called carbon-12. 6 protons and 8 neutrons is carbon-14. It's still carbon, but these are isotopes of that carbon atom. That's as far as we're going to get today, and we'll finish up tomorrow.